What's going on, guys? It's me, Gemini Fan 2016 here, and today we have the GeminiJets November 2024 releases for you guys. I'm super excited to see what GeminiJets has to offer for. Super excited to see what GeminiJets has to offer for their November releases for 2024. And overall, the October releases were really good. As you can see, we got some mould images like the Emirates A380, this was actually the releases, like the mould that was released, Delta A330. And the Drum Fan 737 1/200 scale. We also got an additional feature release, which is the United 787-8 in the Evil Blue livery, and yeah, all the other things. So, super excited to get into this. So, with that being said, not gonna waste further time. Let's go straight into the releases. But first, we'll take a look at the releases from October. So, everything is right now. The Emirates A380 is this. This is basically the Emirates A380 that NG did not hinted when this first came out. It's the Emirates Airbus A380 in the NBA livery. So they actually did release it this month, and therefore it's actually there. So here it is. So this is the model itself. Overall, I think GeminiJets did a good job on the model with their A380 mold. And yeah, it's a very nice livery, I'll say. One of the other releases that I do like is this Delta CRJ900 in the Colors of Motion livery. I think GeminiJets did a great job on this, and yeah, I do have this model, and stay tuned for an unboxing of that model coming soon. And as for the Hawaiian A321neo, they also did a fantastic job on it. So, all buy it now for 1/400, like 1/400 GeminiJets and Gemini Max. And as I sold out, well, as we see here, oh man, there's like a lot of good stuff for 1/200. The Buffalo 737-300 SF is sold out, so here it is. Here's a look at it. Overall, I think GeminiJets did a good job on it, and yeah, very nice on how it turned out. So, we're gonna check out the November releases. Now, before we begin, I'm actually inside Sacramento International's Terminal B. I wish I had my face cam with me, but yeah, I'm actually inside. So you might hear some like boarding announcements coming up, and I might pause for that reason. But I'm gonna do these releases, and we're just gonna go through it. So here we are, GeminiJets 1/4 November 2024 releases. Whew, super excited for this, and yeah, I really don't want to I want to keep my voice to a minimal right here since there's some passengers that are waiting. So, with that being said, let's get started with the releases. So, what do we have first for 1/4? Let's have a look. As I scroll down, we first have, ooh, nice, an American Airlines Airbus A321neo coming in 1/400 scale. Not sure what release this is, or like what release does it fall on, but this is not an Alaska airline, like an ex-Alaska Airlines A321neo, as American Airlines did took delivery of this aircraft new. So really cool to see right there. So that's for all the American collectors. Yeah, this is, I'm guessing, is this like the fourth or third release? I'm not really quite sure, but it should be a cool model for all these American collectors right here. So the aircraft is registered November 413 Alpha November, and the price is $56.95. Just your typical price for an American, or like just like a Airbus or Boeing narrow body. So really cool to see right there. Alright, moving on downwards, next up, we should have, ooh, this is really cool. We have an American Airlines Bavarian A-100. Now that's something that I've never seen GeminiJets release, but here it is. So this is the American Eagle, well, technically American Eagle A-100. So, yeah, nice. I mean, this aircraft is retired. They had flown this one. They used to operate for American Airlines before they merged with American. So, really cool to see some variety right here for the American Airlines fleet right there. So should be a really cool retro model, or kind of like retro, but more of like the modern / retro, since that aircraft is now retired from the fleet. So that aircraft is registered November 808 Echo X-Ray, and the price is $52.95. That's your price for like a regional, so not sure why is it that price. And I will have to move, yeah, I'm gonna have to move. So yeah, once again, like filming and like public is kind of like something I've never done before, but once again, I don't want to like disturb anybody. But under that, we're still gonna continue on with these releases right here. So alrighty, so we're gonna move on downwards. I do want to try, not sure why I was kind of looking at my screen, and I'm not sure why it's like that, but yeah. Anyways, let's move on downwards. So next up we have an Atlas Air Boeing 747-8 freighter with the Apex Logistics. Nice one right here. So we got oh man, now I'm really interested in this. So we have the final 747, but this is an interactive series. I might see if I want to go for this one. I think I've been wanting, like, I think I had in my mind that I wanted like an interactive last 747, and here it is. So that might be on my list right there. I do have the one that's just like the full configuration, close configuration from engine model. So I think I want to try diversing this one and get this one instead. Like, I already have the NG 747, final 747, but I do want to get the Gemini version, the interactive series, since GeminiJets is the only one that has this. So really cool to see right there. Of course, this is the last 747 registered November 863 Gulf Tango, and the price is $79.95. So quite reasonable for that price right there. Alright, so now we move on. So really cool release set. We're getting like 3 US models, so that's really cool. Next up, we should have, oh, that's really interesting right there, a Delta Airlines Airbus A350-900. And here she is right there. I actually already have a A350-900 from NG, but I'm not sure if I want to try picking this up, because the A350, I think GeminiJets' A350 mold looks okay. I mean, it's good. So I'm eager to see on how this model turns out. Maybe I might try to get this, not really quite sure, but it's on my plans. But yeah, I mean, once again, I already have a A350 in my collection already, a Delta A350, but we'll see about this one. So that aircraft is registered November 503 Delta November, and the price is $68.95. Alright, so now moving on down, and we have a FedEx 777 freighter. This is a newly revised livery, so I think, not sure what the difference is. Okay, so from looking at this livery, I think what they got rid is the FedEx Express tile, the FedEx at the bottom, and yeah, it says newly revised. So I'm guessing the change they made for this livery is they just got rid of the Express tiles and it's just FedEx alongside with the tail too. The FedEx Express tiles still remains on the GE90 engine, but that's another model I might try to get. We'll see on how this goes, but that's another model I want to try to get in the future, but not right now. But yeah, really cool model right there for all these. Geez, we're getting like so many, like, we're going heavy on these American models right there. We got American Airlines, Atlas Air, Delta, and now we're having FedEx Express. So that aircraft is registered November 895 Foxtrot Delta, and the price is $67.95. Just your average price for a 777 right there. So once again, really cool on how they released this. Not sure if this is up for grabs for me, but I might decide in the future. I mean, it's really cool to get one, but we'll see. So that is the FedEx 777 freighter. We're gonna scroll on downwards, and next up we should have, okay, we're now getting into the European side of things. So we now have a KLM Airbus A321neo. I think this is one of the future releases they have. And here she is right there. This is the first A321neo in the KLM fleet, as they delivered this aircraft in late September. So here she is in its, like, well, revised livery. Technically, they're saying this is like the new livery. I'm not sure if that's applied to all KLM aircraft, but as you can see, it's a really cool livery. It's almost like the same as like the current livery, but I think the difference is just the swoop is a little extended, and yeah, the nose, or like the, what is that? Oh yeah, the radome is now colored blue instead of having it like a blue streak and then like a blue line and a yellow underside on the nose. So really cool to see right there. That aircraft is registered Papa Hotel Alpha X-Ray Alpha, and I think this aircraft is named Swallowtail, or like, yeah, the aircraft name is Swallowtail. Like most of KLM's A321neo fleets are named after butterflies, so this aircraft name is Swallowtail right there. And then the price is $56.95, same goes with the American A321neo. So really nice to see GeminiJets do KLM's first A321neo. Alright, so now moving on. Next up, oh yes, this is something. Yes, I've been always wanting to have this. This is a WestJet Bavarian A-J Q400, and it's in the, yes, standard livery right there. Okay, now this is a model I'm excited to get. So I did see a WestJet current livery in Seattle Tacoma International Airport during my plane spotting back in September this year. And yeah, I've been seeing, like this year, I think I've been seeing some like WestJet planes at a current livery. So really cool to see this particular model coming in a 1-for-1 scale. And yeah, it's been a while since I last had a Q400 model. These Q400 models GeminiJets released are very rare. Sometimes they might be sold out in just a split second.
for a 105 departure and a 2:30 arrival into San Diego. Per FAA regulations, you allow one or two carriers to take down that jet bridge. So if you have three, one too many, please consolidate down to two. Issue one carry on for the correct development, one small person item, set to the back of a person, but please underneath that seat in front of you. If you cannot consolidate down to two carry-ons, take the extra bags over to customer service located at the counter between gates 14 and 16, and they will help you check those extra items for you. Please remember that if you do check a bag, take out anything that has a lithium battery, such as those.
It's a long boarding announcement, so do apologize for the long pause.
And you have baby items, car seats, strollers, or assistive devices, bushes, scooters, walkers. Now it is time to get those items tagged if you have not already. Take them on over to customer service and they can get a destination tag on those for you too. This Los Angeles flight 686 to San Diego again for team. Listen, the plane is in range. Should be in a few minutes. Wait till us. We'll be right on our flight. My name is Rodney, and we really do appreciate you guys sharing this up with us.
Do apologize for that long pause right there, but Southwest Flight 686 will be heading out to San Diego during this morning, and yeah, they're just announcing the boarding call, so passengers will be boarding soon. But anyways, continuing on, so really cool to see GeminiJets do a WestJet Q400, and yeah, these Q400s are very rare. Sometimes they might sell out in a quick second, so might as well pre-order this model before that gets sold out, because this is a very popular model right here. So that aircraft is registered Charlie Foxtrot Oscar Echo November, so really cool right there. And yeah, price is the same price as with that Dash 100 for American Airlines. And then we have Woodaroo. I'm still kind of like not sure if I'm pronouncing this aircraft name correct, but this is a Woodaroo or Woodaroo. I'm not really quite sure, but this is their Embraer E195E2, or actually not E2, E190E2. I think this could be their. I'm guessing this might be their first E190E2 in 1/400 scale. So I'm assuming this could be a brand new mold from GeminiJets. I have never seen, I don't think I've never seen GeminiJets talk about a E190E2 in 1/400 scale. Not sure if they previously released this before, but I'm assuming this could be GeminiJets' first release of an E190E2. So really cool to see this new mold coming into the market. And yeah, Woodaroo or Woodaroo, not really quite sure, but they're an airline based out of Norway, and this aircraft is registered Lima November Whiskey Echo Alpha. And the price is $52.95 for that model right there. So really cool, we're getting some nice European varieties right there. And that's it for the 1/400. So really heavy on all these US airlines right there. So we got 2 American Airlines aircraft, 1 Atlas Air, 1 Delta Airlines aircraft, and 1 FedEx aircraft. So that totals up to 5 US airlines right there. So that's one heavy release for US airlines right there in the November 2024 releases in 1/400 scale. Personally, the American Airlines A321neo, that might be a decision I might have to decide for later, but I would like to get it. I would like to have an American A321neo in my fleet. The Atlas Air 747-8, I will be getting it actually, since it has an interactive series, and I never had an interactive series model in my collection before, so that will be very cool to see right there. And then we do have the FedEx Express is also in my up for grabs. It's not really up for grabs to me, but it's kind of holding that off. The Delta Airlines should also be anyways, what am I saying? Oh yeah, Delta Airlines is another model the Delta Airlines A350 is another model I'll be holding off too, but the WestJet Q400 is another model I'll also be grabbing when this release set. So got my 2 picks right there, but we're not done yet, as we got the 1/400 sections. That is if we get over the Gemini Max releases. Then what do we have for the Gemini Max releases? We do have a Royal Australian Air Force Boeing 737 MAX 8 BBJ. So here it is right there. So really cool to see this. They did make 3 but GeminiJets did 3 Royal Australian Air Force 737-700s, and currently they do have 2 of these in their fleet. And yeah, really cool to see this model coming into 1/400 scale. So GeminiJets hitting that in 1/400 scale for the Aussie collectors. That aircraft is registered Alpha 62-001, which for somehow they made a printing mistake. So the CGI image shows 002 instead of the registration being 001. So that's a CGI printing mistake. So not sure why is that. And yeah, the price is the same price as for all these Boeing and Airbus narrow bodies. Next up, and then we have a Boeing C-17 Globemaster from the U.S. Air Force, and this is in the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which is in North Dakota. So as you can see, looking very nice right there. They did release this in 1/200 scale last month, so yeah, I think it was last month. So really nice for them to have this aircraft coming in 1/400 scale. So yeah, as you can see, just your typical U.S. Air Force livery, and you got the Wright-Patterson stripe right there, or banner right there, with the Kitty Hawk aircraft, or the Wright Flyer, since the first flight was in North Dakota. So really cool right there. Yeah, that's it for all these like models right here. So real cool to see some varieties for the Gemini Max releases. So yeah, they would typically release one model and release that, but really cool to see them release two. And now we're moving on to our 1/200 sections. Let's see what our 1/200 models are. So let's get started as we scroll down. We first have an Alaska 737 MAX 8 in the Honoring Those Who Serve livery. So they did release this, I think maybe it was, September releases. That's the last time they released it. So they released that model in the September releases. Now they're releasing it in 1/200 scale. Not sure why I've been talking a bit fast, but I just want to get this video finished because I got other things to do. Like I have a flight lesson today. So this aircraft is registered November 806 Alpha Kilo, and hang on guys. Not sure if you can hear it or like if the sound's capturing it, but yeah, they are doing the boarding announcement on gate Bravo 16. But anyways, so as I was saying, so this aircraft was registered November 806 Alpha Kilo, which I managed to see this aircraft for the first time at Seattle Tacoma International Airport back in September. So yeah, really cool model right there, and here goes the boarding announcement again. Actually, yeah, there it is. Guessing that Southwest flight at Bravo 16 is going to be heading out to Chicago Midway. But yeah, really cool to see this aircraft for the first time at SeaTac, and it was also my first time seeing an Alaska Max 8. So really cool to see the first Max 8, like the first of their Max 8s, in this special livery right there. So really cool right there. That price is $110.95, which is your average price for a mainline Airbus and Boeing aircraft. Anyways, continuing on downwards, next up we have an Azul Embraer E190 coming in 1/200 scale. So real nice, we're getting some good varieties for all these, like, not sure if it's an E190 or an E195, because it looks like the CGI image, is showing an E195. This doesn't look like an E190, so I'm not sure what's going on with these CGI images right there, but it's really cool to see them make a E195 or slash E190 in 1/200 scale for Azul Airlines right there. So that aircraft is registered Papa Sierra This aircraft is registered Papa Sierra Alpha Echo Hotel, and the price is $93.95 for a regional aircraft. Alright, moving on. And we have a Cubana ATR 42-500, so really cool to see this coming in. I think they release it? Oh yeah, they did release this in 1/400 scale already, so really nice to see them release it in 1/200 scale now. So yeah, really cool aircraft. The ATR 42-500 is like an aircraft you won't see flying every day in the US, but they do have some like other countries that operate this aircraft, or other airlines from other countries that operate this aircraft, and Cubana is one of them. So that aircraft is registered Charlie Uniform Tango, I think that's the one, yeah, Tango 1240. So the delivery looks very nice on this aircraft, and a really cool model for all these 1/200 collectors from the Caribbean, or like people who collect Caribbean models in general. But yeah, really cool to see right there. Moving on downwards, we next have, and then we have, ooh, nice, Delta MD-90 coming in 1/200 scale in the Colors and Motion livery. So yeah, they did release this a couple of months back, kind of like around that September, October, or kind of like August or September. Yeah, around that time frame. But really cool to see this MD-90 coming in 1/200 scale now. So really cool retro model right there. And yeah, another perfect model for all these US retro collectors right here. So that aircraft is registered, so the same registration as for the 1/400 counterpart, November 9010 Delta November, and the price for this model is $112.95. Alright, so moving on, next up we have a Discover Airlines Airbus A330-300, and yeah, they also released this a couple of months ago in 1/400 scale, and yeah, it's just the rebrand of Eurowings Discover, except it's just a different airline. They got rid of the magenta colors, and yeah, it's just rather just a simple Discover Airlines, and yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, I mean, they're part of the Lufthansa group, but the livery itself, I mean, it's just your standard Euro white livery. It's nothing really too special, which I can't complain from there. That aircraft is registered Delta Alpha India Kilo Kilo, and the price for a wide body is $169.95. Alright, so now moving on downwards, next up, and we have the Emirates Airbus A380 coming in 1/200 scale, and this is in the NBA livery. So this livery in particular, when they released this in 1/400 scale, there was no link to the CGI image of the aircraft until this livery was introduced, and GeminiJets released that model from their October releases. Yeah, October releases in 1/400 scale. So there's your surprise for the Emirates A380 for those who are collecting this model in 1/400 scale. And overall, once again, the model looks the livery itself looks very nice. I love it. It's another whatchamacallit, full body livery. Yeah, full body livery right there. Well, kind of slightly because they left this portion just a regular standard Emirates logo. And yeah, really cool aircraft right there. And yeah, they are the official partner of the NBA. So that aircraft was registered Alpha 6 Echo Oscar Delta. And yeah, this particular aircraft has gone through many special liveries. I think there was a there's another special livery that this aircraft has. Not sure if it's also in one of the Expo liveries, but yeah, really cool to see right there from Emirates in 1/200 scale. And yeah, GeminiJets and Emirates continue their partnership right there. Alright, moving on. Next up, we have a Qatar Airways Cargo Boeing 777 freighter, and this is the interactive series aircraft right there. So this aircraft in 1/200 scale is coming in the interactive series. So you can see you got the opening doors right there and the opening cargo bin right there. So really cool that GeminiJets is continuing on with these. That's just something different. But anyways, as I was saying, this is a really cool model right there, and it's a nice model for all these Middle Eastern collectors and for people who collect Qatar models. So really cool model. Well, that is if you have enough money to buy this model, because it's a 1/200 model, and the price is $173.95. Well, it might be discounted on retailers, but should be a cool model right there. And overall, it should be a cool model. The 1/200 777 from GeminiJets should be a really good addition. Yeah, the livery for this one, it should be nice. And that aircraft is registered Alpha 7 Bravo Foxtrot Delta, and bless you to the guy who just sneezed right there. I'm not sure if got that caught on my video right there, but yeah. Alright, moving on downwards. And then we have a Lockheed C5M Super Galaxy from Lackland Air Force Base. And bless you to the other guy. Yeah, this is in Texas right there. So, really cool model. I'm still up for grabs for that. There was a Travis Air Force Base 1/200 C5 Galaxy. I tried looking for that. I'm not sure if that's still available, but I'm assuming it's already sold out at this point. So unfortunately, I couldn't get it. I wish I got it, but maybe if I can go to a collectible show, and if I see that model, then I will get it. But for now, it is what it is. But really cool to see another 1/200 C5 Galaxy coming into the GeminiJets market right there. This is a Lackland Air Force Base example right there. So as you can see, you got the Texas flag as the banner right there. So that aircraft is registered 85009er. And I think I forgot to talk about the registration about the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base C-17, but that aircraft is registered 00-0178. Alright, so now moving on downwards. And then we have a Woodaroo-A Q400. So I think they did release this in 1/400 before this model came out. But yeah, really cool to see another 1/200 Q400 coming into the market right there. And yeah, Gemini Jets continuing on with this rather interesting airline. I'm not really too familiar with this airline. I'm not sure if they're a new startup airline from Norway or they have been operating this aircraft way before, because I'm assuming they had some Q on it. So I'm assuming they're not really a new airline, but Gemini Jets has never made like models from that particular airline before. So really cool to see right there. That aircraft is Richard Lima November Whiskey Delta Mike. And the price is $85.95. The price for the C5 is $204.95. The price for the Boeing I already mentioned the price for the 777 freighter, but the price for the Emirates one is $212.95. So that's a one hefty price tag right there for the Emirates A380. And now moving on, and that's it. Actually, we do have our 172 scale, so like a 172 Gemini GA aircraft right there. So I think like this is gonna be one release that was it gonna be, and it just says the 172M Skyhawk. So really cool right there. Oh, I actually do like this livery. That is really nice right there. So a rather like striking livery right there. You got a blue top over there. You got some like a rather interesting like black design. I'm not sure what that is, but this is actually really cool. And yeah, it's a 172M. So like one of like the newer 172s, not like the 172F, which is like a 65, like a 1960s. Built Cessna 172. This is kind of like a more modernized Cessna 172, but this is really cool to see right there. So that aircraft in particular is registered November 46418. And yeah, I might consider getting a Gemini 172 Cessna 172 since I've been doing some flight training on that aircraft for pretty much like nearly a year now. But yeah, closing in on the end of the
one too many, will you please consolidate down to now? I do not want to just go off the boarding process. Versus, crossbody back, standing back, pillows, blankets, all do count as a carry-on bag. If you cannot consolidate down to your carry-on skin, take the asthmatic orders up to service, and they will happily check those next time for you. This must be this flight 626, the same angle here at gate 14. My name is Ronnie S.
I guess all the passengers from the outbound, like the inbound flight at Bravo 14, have just disembarked. So the boarding process for the San Diego outbound flights 686, a Southwest Airlines flight, is about to begin their boarding. And I just saw a Southwest 737-700 pull in to get Bravo 15. So I'm gonna have to make this video quick. And yeah, the more boarding announcements. But anyways, really cool to see another GA aircraft done in 1-72 scale, and it's a Cessna 172M. And that is it for the GeminiJets November 2024 releases. So overall, another good release set from GeminiJets, another good release set to pretty much nearly close in 2024. So we got some nice varieties. I guess GeminiJets decided to take a break on those retro releases they've been releasing as of late. Like we got the Delta Connection CRJ 900 Colors of Motion last month, and then we also got a United Sol Bass and a Delta MD90, and then yeah, July they also released a handful of Delta retros, Delta MD88 and a 764 Colors of Motions. So yeah, I guess GeminiJets decided to take a break on these retros right there. But really cool to see an American A321 and a Dash A100 made in 1/4 scale, alongside with some interactive series like the last 747 and a Delta A350-900 also. So really cool right there, and yeah, good release from GeminiJets. yeah, I'm gonna have to end this video before the gate agents at Route 50 makes their boarding announcement. So I'm gonna have to pick on what models I'll be getting. So the models I will be getting is the Interactive Series Last 747 right there. I always wanted a Interactive Series model in my collection for quite a long time, and hopefully this will be my first one. And in addition to that, the WestJet Q400 would also be my pick as well. And as for the models I'll be holding off, this Delta 8-5900, it should be a very interesting model, but it's not really up for my grabs as of late. Alongside with this FedEx 777 freighter, which I'm assuming that's going to be in their previous mold, so won't be surprised, but yeah.
Good afternoon, Burbank passengers. Here on flight 2698. We should begin boarding your aircraft in about 10-15 minutes. In the meantime, if there's anyone traveling with car seats or strollers or assistive devices such as walkers, scooters, or personal wheelchairs, please see us here at the counter so we can get those tagged. Please make sure you are checked into flight 2698 and you have an A, B, or a C boarding group followed by a number. We are anticipating an on-time departure of 1:25 with an arrival into Burbank of 2:40, and this aircraft does then continue on to San Antonio and Houston. Also, please make sure that you have consolidated down to just 2 items. My name is Laura. Phil and I will be helping with this flight. We're here at the counter if you need us, and we do thank you for choosing Southwest.
Well, this 737-700 that just pulled in will be heading out to Burbank later on, and yeah, they're expecting an on-time departure and arrival, and yeah, after they land in Burbank, they're gonna be heading to San Antonio. So, but anyways, really cool GeminiJets release set right there. So once again, the Alistair 747-8 Interactive and this WestJet Q400 will be up for grabs. The Delta 8-5900 and FedEx 777 will be on hold. So yeah, really cool release set right here. And if I were to give this rating, I'll say, I mean, it's a good release set, but honestly, I'll just give it like a 85%. It's a good release set, and yeah, GeminiJets continuing these good releases for 2024. We'll see what December has to offer to end off their releases for 2024. So we get to see what GeminiJets has to offer for next month. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.